have an exact name for my project yet, but I'm going to call it sustainable management for now. So in one sentence, I want to design and enact a strategy for bringing the consciousness and tools of sustainability to the mainstream. No small task. And the way that I want to do this is basically to bring together people who are working in all of the areas of social and economic and environmental sustainability, to utilize the full power of the internet to inspire, connect, and empower people all over the world to use their own knowledge and talents and power to build their own communities. And it's a huge thing, and there's a lot involved in it, and so I'm trying to go through a process of reducing it and then expanding it, reducing it to the basic components and then expanding it back out to all of the possibilities. So I've been going through a large process of trying to find what are the main concepts, or what are the main consciousnesses involved in this, and I kind of have to draw out where I'm at right now with it, which is that you've got this social area sustainability, and you've got the economic, and you've got the environmental. And then if you look at Ken Wilber's model, you've got personal relationships, interpersonal, organizational, and natural. So what are the major concepts and tools that we can bring people who don't know what sustainability is into a consciousness where they can do this for themselves? And basically I have 3 or 4 of my favorite tools that other people are using right now, and those would be nonviolent communication, holacracy, and permaculture. Now there's a lot of other tools out there, but these are my favorites, and they have kind of a concept behind them that really speaks to how to create sustainability in these areas. And so these are the areas that I'm studying right now, but I'm also reaching out into the other areas. Because there's online communication, there's also reevaluation counseling and lots of other tools that aren't directly related to nonviolent communication. So really, what I'm doing right now is educating myself and connecting to people in these communities and trying to figure out a way that we can all start a discussion to work together to figure out what's the best strategy and to work through an agile process to develop a strategy for bringing this to the mainstream. So yeah, those are my steps. I'm building relationships with people in the field. I'm educating myself about consciousness and worldviews and tools. And then I need to decide on some sort of way to actually bring people in and say, okay, we're working on this together. We're a team in some sort of way, probably on the internet. And people I would like to participate in this, I mean, if I had my way, I'd be working with Marshall Rosenberg, Bill Mollison, and Brian Robertson. But I'm trying to connect with everybody, and people in this room I'd really like to talk more with Thomas and Ryan about using these kinds of concepts and teaching those to kids, and how to develop this kind of consciousness and tools, and then with the MetaMaps people about what they're using, because this is not complete yet. This part right here, I really like the direction it's going in, but it's not fully developed yet, and there's a lot of parts of it that don't work in all situations. So trying to figure out kind of how to use the consciousness that this is coming from to be able to apply it in all sorts of organizations or groups of people that might not have an organization as such, like open enterprises. So I'm still kind of figuring it out. And I'll know that this project is successful when this consciousness and these tools are taught in mainstream public education or private education, however that ends up being. But I'd like to come about this as writing on the back of internet-driven entrepreneurship and getting people to develop, to use these kinds of tools in their organizations. But really, once everybody's using them, why not just teach them in schools? That's the direction that I'm going in right now. I'm very open to feedback. So.